Is a degree a scam? Is having a university education a scam? Do you think formal education is a scam? What is your take on that? Let me get to know that in the comments section. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to share my view with you concerning education in general and also specifically university degree. Okay, yes. And so please, if you are watching me and you have not yet subscribed, consider subscribing, like and share this video. Okay, so most of the times we hear people say that, oh, formal education is a scam. Degree is just a piece of paper. It's nothing. We have people who have never been to school, but they are very rich. Then they will mention names of some people in our society who are very rich, who never had a degree or probably formal education. Yes, and those people are rich. And then they will tell you that, yes, and these uneducated people who are rich are the ones who have opened businesses and employing degree people. My question to you is that if degree is just a common piece of paper, or it's just A4 sheet, as most people say in Ghana, then let's give you, how do you call it, a printer, so that you can print one for yourself, or just walk into any printing shop and just print a piece of paper for yourself. What you need to understand is that degree is not just a piece of paper. Degree is not mainly about the certificate. The certificate is something to show that truly, if you are saying that you've gone through a university system, or you've been through education, maybe a basic education or senior high education, so you have a certificate to show that truly you are not lying. Because the possibility that someone out there has never been through this system of education can come out and say that, oh, I'm educated, I've been to the university, this and this and that, and maybe the person is lying. So we need your certificate if truly you have been there. What is degree, or what is education all about? Apart from the basic thing about education, that it helps you to know, it helps you to become literate in terms of reading and writing. Apart from these are basic purpose of education. Education has many benefits, especially university education gives us many benefits, and we are going to share or discuss some of them. Also, saying that people who have not been to school are rich. There are rich people who have not been to school, and they are the ones opening businesses and employing educated people with degrees, and so going to school is not necessary. My question to you is, if those people is enough for them not to go to school, why don't they employ people who have also not gone through education, who don't have degree? They should employ people who are just like them. But these people have realized that, yes, for whatever reason, they couldn't attend formal education, and they've been able to establish a business, all right, but their business can grow only if they have someone who has been through formal education and specifically has a university degree. And so they cannot risk losing those businesses. They know that by themselves alone, it is not possible. And if they go and bring people who are also just like them, they will not achieve anything. And so they try to employ people who are educated with a university degree. Do you get it? And so even those people, because they understand the need and the importance of education, specifically university education, when they give birth, they ensure that their children go through education. Now, when we talk of education or university education, it's not about being rich. You don't go to school to be rich. You don't go to school to get employment. We know that in time past, our parents and some people in the society will be convinced to go to school so that you get a good job. So that when you graduate, you get a job. Yes, education can give you that leverage. It can give you the opportunity to get employment. That is not the main purpose when it comes to university education. So what is the main purpose of education? The first thing is about knowledge, to gain knowledge. Knowledge that will help you to be confident about yourself. There are some people, they lack confidence, they can't stand in the public to speak. There are some people, they don't have self-worth. But the moment they go through university education, they begin to have that kind of confidence where they can stand, talk, share their ideas, opinions, debates. They get that kind of self-worth. Now they don't see themselves as inferior again, and they are able to fight for their rights. They are able to speak for themselves. They're able to make input. They're able to inform policy. They will go online and write certain things, and then policymakers will read, and then they will realize that, hey, if we don't do this, these people, they will come after us. They will call the media houses, share their views and all of that. And all of these things help to build our country. Imagine a country full of uneducated people. How is that country going to be? And so one of the ways to eradicate poverty is through education. And once again, it's not about being rich. Education also helps to shape your life. It shapes you. So you realize that somebody goes through even first semester of university education. The person comes back and you can see some changes in the person's behavior. And so university education also helps to shape your life. When you go through formal education, you are able to know your potentials. It brings out your potentials and also build those potentials so that when you go out there, even if you don't get anyone to employ you, you can create job for yourself. Do you get it? So it helps you to gain knowledge, be more knowledgeable in specific areas that can help you to apply those knowledge to your life and make your life comfortable to some extent. Just imagine two people who have decided to establish a business. One is well educated, one is not educated. The probability that the person who is educated will succeed more than the person who is not educated is there, because the person who is educated has gone through education. He or she has learned certain things, certain principles that he or she is going to use to guide him in the setting up of the business. Do you get it? And so even if you go through university education and you don't get employment, the knowledge should be able to help you to set up your own business and succeed more than the person who didn't go through university education. And so let me use myself as an example. I have my first degree and second degree. I have skills in sewing, okay, because of my university education and the knowledge that I've gained. For me, I did not go through the formal way of learning sewing, like you go for apprenticeship and all that. It's just a gift. And then I got someone to teach me for 2 months. And then after, I used YouTube to educate myself the more. And now I am pro in fashion, sewing. I sew for both men and women. Now, because of my university education, I am able to know that. Let me go to YouTube. Let me search this. Let me watch this video. Let me search it. So people will bring different styles to me. And there's no way I will say that I don't know how to sew it. I will go and do research, get more knowledge about it, know how to do this, read that. Do you get it? And then at the end of the day, I'll sit down, pick the fabric, and I'm able to make something great. My level of education also helps me to approach some people that person cannot approach. Do you get it? I'm able to get to some caliber of people. The person who also knows how to sew, because he or she doesn't have my level of education, will find it difficult to approach those people. So education or university education also exposes you to some level of people. It helps you to network very well and get in touch to some group of people or some peculiar people that if you were not educated, or if not because of university education, you will not meet those people. And also, every level of education is not a waste. Basic education gives you something. Secondary education will give you something that basic education will not give you. Having a diploma will give you something that secondary education will not give you. Having a degree will give you something that your diploma will not give you. Masters will give you something that first degree will not give you. PhD will give you something that your masters will not give you. And so no level of education is a waste of time. They all give you some kind of advantage over people or individuals who don't have that level of education. Also, education or university education helps you to think. Unlike secondary school education or basic school education, where most of the education at that level is spoon-feed. They will come and then the teacher will be the one to dictate notes for you to write, and then you will go and read. And then sometimes even during exam, students will produce exactly what the teacher gave them. University education is different. University education challenges you to think, to reason. And so a topic that the lecturer will come to class to teach, sometimes the lecturer will not give you all the information there. He will tell you that, hey, go out there and go and go and search for information, read about this, read about that. So you come and realize that the same question, that the same assignment that was given to the whole class, everybody's answer is different. Not different in terms of its quality or its meaning, but you realize that you have different sources here and there. When you guys sit together to deliberate it, you will begin to think, and then you bring up different ideas. That helps everybody in the class. So university education helps you to think. It doesn't just help you to think in the classroom. It also helps you to think even after school. You think outside the box. So even after school that you are sitting there and you are not doing, and it may be for now you have not gotten any employment or your kind of employment, it helps you to think, to reason. Well, now that I have not gotten the banking job or the teaching job or the kind of job that I'm looking for, what do I do now? What can I do for myself? Okay, you can think, and then okay, now I can do this. Let me use myself as an example. One day I was sitting and said, so what can I do? Okay, Why not bake? I have skills in baking. I have skills in making juices and other drinks here and there. So I started baking. I started making juices, and in a short possible time, the kind of money I was able to make. Now, I was baking not for everybody. My university education taught me that when you want to do business, or you want to sell, or you want to do any of these things, you should have a market base, which someone who hasn't been through this level of education might not even know. So they will do the business and they will do it for anyone. And then at the end of the day, they will not achieve it. I had some peculiar people that I was doing it. And so because of that, I wasn't giving it any price, just any price, because I want everybody to come and purchase it. Because of that, knowing that I'm also giving it this price, the quality was there. I ensure quality. And even my branding, I do my own branding. I didn't go to anyone to help me with advertisements. I was doing my own advertisement, and I was selling it to lecturers, administrators, those, because me, I'm close to the university. So I was selling it to these people. They will order from me, and then a writer will come and pick. I got people telling me, oh, mommy, this thing you are trying to do, when you carry it on your head and you go to this place, they will say, I said, no, I'm not going to carry anything on my head. I will be in the comfort of my home. People will buy. And lecturers were patronizing, because I have gone through education, and my mind has been educated about how I can earn from this business without necessarily carrying the thing on my head to go out there and sell. University education also makes you potential to get employment, even though the main purpose is not to go to school to gain employment, but because you have that certificate, or because you have gone through that level of education, whenever you decide that you want to work for someone, it is so easy to send your application. It is so easy for you to be called for interview. If there are two people there, both of them are not working, and now they said there's a job opportunity in teaching here. The person who is likely to get that opportunity is the person who has gone through university education. Do you get it? It also gives you the opportunity to negotiate the kind of salary you want. Do you get it? And so every level of education, I always tell people, if you finish your first degree and you have the desire to do your master's, go for it. If you want to do PhD, go for it. If you want to read professional courses, go for it. One may say that, oh, I just completed first degree, I've not gotten a job. Why do I have to go in for master's? Or I don't think I need master's, it's not important. It's a lie. It's important than your first degree. What I'm telling you is that you might not see the importance now, but you get the knowledge, get a certificate, and put the certificate down. Use the knowledge for your personal life. One day you will find yourself in a situation whereby that certificate will give you opportunity above someone who doesn't have that certificate. And so, like the first example that I said, imagine there is a job opportunity, and they said the minimum requirement is someone with a master's degree. And then your friend, you have 5 people there, you are the only one with master's degree. You have what they don't have, and that can give you that opportunity to get that employment for yourself. And so never say that it is not important. Every level of education is important, and if you have what it takes to get it, go for it. Don't leave it and think that, oh, it's not necessary. And there's this thing people say, that if you go to school and if after your first degree, if you don't get a job and you go for masters, you might not get a job. It will be difficult. It is not true. Yes, I won't sit here and lie that, oh, it is all rosary out there. But what I'm telling you is that it is better you get it now. Now that you have the chance to get it, than later you regret it. 2 years ago, if I started this master's, I would have been, by now, I would have had my master's degree, and like this job opportunity, it would have been easy for me. Instead of you to regret in the future, why not utilize the opportunity you have now and get it? Because one day, it will pay. One day it will pay. Going through formal education, specifically university education, gives you economic stability. One, you might not be rich like Bill Gates. You might not be rich like the people we know in our society. But because you have education, there is no way you are going to sit there and be hungry and be begging for food. Yes, sometimes in our lives you can have education and things will be tough for you because you don't have a job, and maybe you are trying to put one or two things together and things are not working. But you realize that it's just for a moment. It's just for a moment. And when you compare yourself to someone who doesn't have education at all, doesn't have any of these things, and both of you are struggling, the probability that you will sail through quickly and get up there is high. is very high. Do you get it? Let's look at the people who are educated around us. They might not be rich, but at least they have something going on for them, that at the end of the month they get something. They're able to pay their bills, they're able to eat. That is the main important thing. The fact that you're able to pay your bills, the fact that you're able to provide for yourself. It might not be extravagant, but that level of comfort going through university education will give you. Let me ask, yes, we do mention the names of people who never went to school and they are rich. In Ghana, we mention someone like Kwame Despite, that, or even Despite didn't go to school and he's rich and he's employing people. My point is, how many Despites do we have in Ghana? How many people do we have in Ghana who never went to school and they are rich like Despite? But I can pinpoint a number of people with degree who have gone through formal education, with masters, even though they might not be rich, but they are living a comfortable life, comparing to people who have not been through education at all. Yes, we have people who have not been to education. They are selling, they are doing some jobs here and there, and they are earning. But what I'm saying is that when you compare that, when you make those that comparison, you realize that those who have been through formal education and have a diploma or a degree, just that, without masters and PhD, they have some form of or some level of comfort that the others don't have. Do you get it? And so you can see some people who have been through education, they have degree, masters, and things are not working for them. But why don't you focus on those who have been through education and things are working for them? Why don't you focus on that? We can mention a lot of people out there who are in Ghana. They are rich, they are doctors, they are PhD holders, they are rich. What brings Despite out there is because of the media. These people are in the media, so we get to know them. But there are people who are PhD holders, there are people who are highly educated and rich, owning malls and other big properties, but because they are not in the media, you don't know about them. And so you might think that no educated person is rich like Despite. There are people who are highly educated, who are rich even than Despite himself. And so what I'm telling you is that if you get the opportunity to go to school, go for it. There are people out there like Despite and others. If we should go back and they can undo certain things and get education, my dear, they will do. That is why they ensure that their children will get degrees. Now, education also helps you to work smarter, not harder. Do you get it? We have people out there with strength, doing menial jobs, digging holes, working very hard, but they are not making it. But educated person will not just be working harder, will be smart in working and be able to know that, oh yes, I want to dig this hole. Instead of using my strength and this and that to dig the hole, I can use this and this and this to get the same result. And within some short possible time, you realize that the person is there. Unless the person who is educated has decided not to implement whatever he or she has learned at the university. Do you get it? Also, education gives you that kind of self-awareness. You become aware of your environment. You become aware of your health. You become so knowledgeable of how you should take good care of yourself in terms of your health, what you should eat, what you should not eat. You even get to the extent where when you pick a product at the shop, you can read and know that, oh, this thing has expired, or maybe the ingredients in this product, they are not good for me, or the carb content is very high, or the sugar. You are able to read these things and then be conscious about your health. And so education does a lot of good things for us. Therefore, my brother and my sisters out there, my younger ones out there, if you get opportunity to educate yourself, to get a diploma, to get a degree, to get masters, to get a PhD, don't say no to it. If only you have what it takes, go for it and you will not regret it. I also want to tell you that it doesn't matter your age. If only you desire to have a degree, you can have it. It's all about you making up your mind, dedicate yourself and be consistent with it, and you will get there. Thanks so much for watching me. Please share this video for me, like and leave a comment. Tell me in the comment section how much education, I'm talking of university education, has benefited you or has blessed your life. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.